by about 6 different individuals, but one of them, like Eek said, had he was carrying, or I don't know if they were carrying him, but they were the smaller elves. There was a smaller human. There was they were almost children, I think, but they looked warped. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were human goblins. I don't know, but of them there were four, but they were like latched on to the big one. I got there late as they were running. This is what I saw. I don't know.
Oh, they were like human goblins.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Hobgoblins?
Mm, nah, you see, my mom's a hobgoblin. Nah, no, nah, no.
Hmm.
It's
Goblins genetics, man, they're weird. Yeah, I don't understand goblin genealogy at all. I'm
uh,
90% sure you guys don't have mothers and fathers. You just do mitosis.
that's
Do you have an uncle or aunt that's a bugbear?
a bugbear. A what bear? Um,
A bugbear.
bugbear. I don't know what that is, but
It's a
um,
big hairy goblin.
when they just be called goblins. Uh,
No, they're
listen,
really big.
listen. I've never been out of the
Real,
city.
yeah,
Well, I don't know what they
real.
call the other kind of goblins. I know some goblins don't even like to be called goblins. Like, what do you want me to say? I it just happened to be half goblin, half hobgoblin. Okay, and you wanna know the difference between one of us? One of us grow really tall. One of us could grow really fat. That's the difference.
Oh, buddy.
I'm skinny though. And he actually taps at his belly as he says that, and the belly is not skinny.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And that bugbear is someone also a goblin for some reason, so I don't understand.
I don't know what that is. Again, never been out the city. Never seen bugbear. Yeah,
Just really visit the surface, you know. There's got a lot of things up there. They even got TV. Dude, they got space travel. TV is what you led with. They got space travel. Yeah, because I, because because I have a TV show that still airs for some reason. You're on TV? It's more like a gladiatorial battle that keeps getting repeated. Happens late night, you know. Oh, gotcha. Not that popular, but I'm trying to get views up, you know. I think we're completely diverging. Yep. Yeah. I think we should. I think we should focus on the crime scene. Yeah. So what direction is those eyeballs?
You saw them right at the harbor. That's right here.
And we're over where?
You're all the way over here at the bank.
I think we should go check out the hub. I saw some things going in there. I think they might be investigating scene of the crime sort of thing, making sure no one sees the crime.
There's nothing at the harbor. It's empty place. It's been condemned for about half a year already.
I know what I saw. when it was eyeballs.
What eyeballs? What? You're wearing a mask with no eye holes. What are you talking about?
I will explain. I will not. I'm gonna ask the mask. Thalia, I did see eyeballs there, right? Staring at me.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I saw eyes. You know.
Did that mask just talk to you?
Yes.
Are you alive, mask? Doesn't answer. And Fraz, he kind of cocks his head. Hmm. It did just
Can I make a
speak,
persuasion check?
but it's not speaking anymore. This is weird.
Mask, are you alive?
No. There it is again. It spoke. You heard that, right? I'm going crazy. Yep. Yep. First I heard my clock talk, now I hear this.
You heard your clock talk?
Yeah.
Can we see this clock? You should probably still focus on this.
Sure.
Sorry.
I mean,
I've been hearing weapons talk too, so I'm just like freaking out.
he actually digs in his pocket and he pulls out his clock. It's a silver pocket watch, and he opens it, and then Donkz, you don't hear this. Branza, you hear a lady singing. It's a very beautiful song.
What a lovely tune.
You hear it too?
Does your clock have a name?
Holy shit! No, it doesn't have a name. What?
Here, can you hear my hammer? I'm gonna hand him Kenny. Can you hear my hammer?
He looks at everybody, and Shren is the only one who's like, "What is wrong with these people?" But he looks at everybody, ignores Shren, who looks that way, and then goes to the hammer, gets close to it, and says, "Are you alive too?" And Kenny actually doesn't say anything.
Kenny, now's not the time to be shy. You gotta talk, buddy. Kenny, you're making your friend look insane here. You were crazy, Kenny.
Right. Make a persuasion check, Branza. It's a very soft persuasion check. Because he'll do it for you. Yeah. Okay. So you take 1 point of damage, but it says it hurts if I speak.
Ow! Thank you, Kenny.
Vrez, he does say, "Yep, heard that. Definitely heard that. It hurt when it speaks. That's creepy, but I heard it."
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
I'm assuming you guys are cursed.
Yes.
Yeah, if you spend too much time here, you'll definitely also develop a couple curses. You can probably go to the Siren's Whale. She, the siren, she can help you remove the curses, but too many of those things, it starts hurting you. Trust me, you don't want to deal with that kind of burn, he says. And you actually see on his neck, he has these scars that long over healed, but they do look like if a fire, like yeah, like if an incendiary just popped in front of him, and it scarred him. Yeah. So what do you guys do? You guys go to the to the Siren's Wheel to go ahead and remove all those maladies, quote unquote, or do you guys go to follow the Barracuda that's long out of your sight and tremor senses, and or do you go to the other spot where Donk spotted eyes, the harbor?
Dogs, you're the one who's seen everything. Where do you think we should go?
I think we should check out the harbor. But if Mitsu is the Barracuda, they could be planning something. I don't know what. There's always that. But we can trust Mitsu to do something or the other. So I guess we should just... Wait, malady as in the curses that Branza has?
Yeah.
Branza's curses are far too useful. I think we should just go to the harbor.
Says the Vrez. How many curses do you have?
Like 6.
You're gonna be in a whole lot of pain, man. He doesn't say man, he says guy. You're gonna be in a whole lot of pain, guy. And to that fact, and anytime anybody has said human, they haven't. They said Terran. Nope. People here do say human.
Well, I'm not a human, so...
You are. But he would say human, yes. Everybody else in every other system says Terran. These people are saying human for some reason. But yeah. He says that. You may take it as what it is. But
by the way, have you met my rat? This is Rat Damon. I'm gonna pull out Rat Damon from my pocket.
Hello, Rat Damon. I'm definitely not gonna eat you.
I need a wisdom save for Rat Damon. Right quick. You may roll d20. Branza. That is not very good.
Do I add anything?
Yeah, I added what had to be quote unquote applied to the roll. I'm saying applied for a very specific reason because there was no addition involved. So Rat Damon is currently like he's in a state of tremble. He can't shake out of it. He does not like being in this state. You're not sure what that means, but he is frightened of something. He's hyperventilating. He does not want to be here. The only thing that is keeping him from prying out of your hands is the fact that you're a warm and safety net.
I think you should put Red Damon back in your backpack.
Yeah, he seems troubled.
Rat Damon, I hate to use you like this, but I'm going to. I'm going to hold Rat Damon out in front of me and just spin in a full circle very slowly. And I want to see where Rat Damon reacts the worst.
The entire circle through, it doesn't change.
Damn it. All right. Thank you, Rat Damon. I'm going to put it back in my pocket.
Still trembling. Yep. So what do you guys do? You guys do spot that there are shops here. There do seem to be places to replenish your goods, purchase items, locate someone to fabricate weapons or magical things for you. All of the safe zones that I consider safe zones, true city safe zones, have what most industrial and magical locations would have. There are clear magician shops. There are easy to spot electronic stores. There are ferries floating about and around if you wanted to travel. There are ships. There's a shipyard with a plethora of ships there for you guys to travel around and access. And most specifically, since you guys are showing your intent to go to the harbor, um, Vrez, he says to you guys, yeah, if you want to go onto the other side, go to the spire, it'll just be a short swim over, just float over. If you aren't too good at swimming, it'll just take some time, or you could just get one of the ferrymen to take you. And as he says that, you guys just spot. They kind of if you've ever been to like a central park or any kind of centralized city park, they generally have some kind of horse buggies, and well, that's nice and fun. They have the upgraded versions as well, where now you have the bike, and then like the 3 seats or 4 seats behind them. This is what you see there. They're essentially the bikes. It's just the comical SpongeBob bike that you see underwater, and it does seem to have a carriage on there. And to that, the guy says, yeah, just throw them a couple gold. Sometimes they'll even just ride for free. Some of them do it to work out. I don't know. Yeah, like straight up.
Well, it's in a pineapple, and there's really no one.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've ever heard of a pineapple.
Can I go up to a shop and try and sell this sack of rubies?
I also have a sack of rubies.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go to a shop to sell. Roll investigation.
18.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, okay. So it in the same spire that you're on, you probably swam up, or would you guys have gotten some assistance? I'll ask now. You know, would you have gotten a guide, like one of those tour guys, one of those bicycle guys, or would you have done it yourselves?
We don't need no help. I think getting a guide would cost money, which we do not have.
You're just selling rubies. But anyways, so without the aid, as you guys swim up the spire, seemingly being at generally the lowest level, as you guys came from the lowest level, this is the lowest level available to the public, is what you're realizing. Where the police precinct and the bank is. Further up from there, just 3 tiers higher, and you actually find yourselves just at the farthest, what is that, east end of this spire. You do spot a shop which sells and buys goods, entering into this shop, and you can tell they're selling um, mostly armor and weapon pieces, but they have a glass cabinet right in front of them where you see a plethora of jewelry, and there are some kind of books laid out and open there with glyphs and symbols that are very hard to determine or tell what they are unless you get up close and personal to inspect. There seem to be an array of sticks of all sorts of shapes and sizes, and just as well more weaponry in the glass cabinet as well. But yeah, it seems to be just a shop of everything, from what you can tell.
Excuse me. Front desk cashier person.
Yeah.
I have this bag of rubies that I would like an appraisal for.
The hooded figure that is sitting hunched over in front of this cash register, this bronze and ostentatious cash register. They kind of scoot their seat back as you speak. They raise their head a bit, and you can see that they're an albino goblinoid, but they do have a massive red burn scar over their right eye. And when they lift their head up, you see in the hood easily, clearly, what they look like. And they pull their hands out from their cloak. These long, spindly hands, fingers with nails that are just uncomfortably long. And they just tap on the glass. And they look up to you and they say, "Show me what you have."
I'll pour the bag of rubies and gesture. I would like an appraisal.
Yeah. You lay down the bag. They kind of help you sift it out softly over the glass, and they take the bigger of the ruby. At this point, Donkz, since you're still wearing the mask, you hear the singing and whispering from the rubies as they're out of the bag now. She looks at them. These are tainted rubies. I will take them, but they won't be at a price you'll appreciate.
Isn't this the type of ruby that makes people want it?
They are risky, as Gaiax will seek them. But not all of Gaiax is bad. She puts the ruby down without taking it or trying to steal or abscond with it. And she does continue. Being found by...
Off my person. How much?
Um,
I'll sell these for no less than 10 gold apiece.
How many do you have?
My inventory says that I have a 5-pound sack.
Okay.
I got
That's a lot.
my inventory. I got 10 variety sizes of ruby.
Okay.
Like 10 pounds.
For the ones there, she says, I couldn't... They say, you don't know what they are. I couldn't pay more than 200 gold. And that's generous.
200 gold?
She nods.
Damn, that's a lot more than my 0.
She turns around, and then turns around almost again immediately, and there's a bag in her hand, and then she puts it down. This is 200. You may count if you feel free.
You know what? This seems like a fair deal. Can I count the coins? Make sure nothing's wrong with them.
Sure, they are gold coins, but you may make an investigation check.
God, I wish I had better investigation.
Yeah, no, they look like real gold coins. Do you sell yours as well then, Donkz? Having verified that these coins are also real? Showing her your batch. She'll say,
I have 10 pounds worth, you know?
Do you really have 10 pounds worth?
Yeah, I mean, you said, you got like around 10 pounds. I remember it very vividly because I have it here in my inventory. 10 variety sizes of ruby.
10 variety or 10 pounds?
It's a pound worth, and I got 10 of it, so event it's 10 pounds.
That's not how. No.
That's what I see right here. I got 10 more. Nah, I just got 10. I got 10.
No, but I can vaguely remember what you picked up, and what she says though, unfortunately to you, she says, "Well, originally, I would pay 25 for this." And she points at the bigger ones, although then she realizes that you can't really see. But she shrugs. For those, since I have many now, I can't see myself paying more than 10 gold. Unfortunately.
Can you make that 11 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, baby. 8.
She sighs heavily. 11 it is.
Deal. I go to shake her hand, my gigantic cat paws.
She pulls back a little bit, and she says, "Verbal agreement if you are okay with it."
Yeah, 11 gold it is. I just need
and
bits of money.
And yeah, and from her sleeve, she kind of just pulls out gold, and she drops down 11 one by one on a stack, and then slides it over to you. And again, she doesn't get close to you. She pulls away before you could even get near to touch her. It seems she's skittish about contact, maybe. You guys may make insight checks on that. See if it's in a tricky manner or they're just personally inclined to not touch others.
Yeah. I think it's 10 gold. 10 gold is 10 gold.
No, you got 11.
11 gold is 11 gold.
But did you guys want to make those insight checks or no?
I'll make some. Sure.
Yeah, make it. No, this could be illusion money. It's not illusion money.
It is as real as it can get, baby.
This is real 11 gold for a pretty decent sized ruby, to be honest. But again, the market was just flooded with it.
Sorry, I made you get less money.
Trent does walk up to the lady, and she says, do you have a fucking weapon? And
I got it. Wait, Ren wants a weapon?
yeah, Shren has been walking around with a stick, a pointy
I got
stick.
a glaive right here.
Yeah, she's not gonna carry a glaive. She looks at Shren as you're now sizing Shren up, probably thinking about giving her a weapon. What weapon do you think about giving her?
From her fighting style, what could I tell? She's
she's thin.
She's like a monk?
Yeah, she's a monk.
I don't know what I can give a monk. I guess a trident would do. Perhaps a hand axe or two.
I don't want your broken trident, Donkz. Thanks. No, I'm gonna buy my thing. Don't worry, I have money now. And she's putting out all these coins that have different shapes and colors, and
I can't tell that.
And you can actually, because they sound to you all differently. Some of them sing, some are sorrowful, some are very high pitched, other ones are melodical.
Others sound like they're Michael Bublé.
Yeah, it's just but they're all soft. They're all very, as small as the coins are, that's as big as their voices are. So the bigger the coin, then it's slightly more treble. But she has all these coins, and Branza, you see that they all have different script on them, different languages, different origins. You can tell. Yeah, as she kind of lays out a whole bunch of coins, because she grabbed a handful, and she has that much, and she puts it down, and the person looks at them, and they say, what kind of weaponry would you prefer? I don't know, give me something good, something to hit, something fast, something, just so I could go in and out, just not mess around, get the job done. I think I have something for you. I'll bring a couple of choices. And she turns around, and this time she actually does get up from the stool, and when she stands pretty tall, just about as tall as Donkz, and she takes 2 steps, and she's already towards the back door, but she doesn't go to the back door, she just goes near the back door, and opens a...
He is really tall.
Yeah, she opens a foot locker that seems to have been around her waist height. And at that, she kind of just starts sifting around and picking stuff, and she pulls out 3 different things, and then she lays it down on the table. It was a pair of nunchucks. You have the... what are they called? I don't even know anymore. They're whatever Raphael, the Ninja Turtle, uses. So you got the nunchucks, you got that.
Oh, no, size?
Size. The fork?
The size of what?
No. Size. That's the name of the weapon. Like
oh, yeah, great. That's what they're called? They're called size?
Yeah.
How you spell that?
Yeah. Sty, I'll put it in the Discord.
Cool. Because I would love that. And she also pulls out a long rod. Once
long rod.
Yeah. Once Shren sees that rod, it does happen to have a leaf. Not a leaf. What is it? Feathers. It has a pair of feathers attached to it at one end, and the other end seems to just be where the club end is at, where the hitting part is at, and it seems to double as a walking stick at that fact. And she's looking at that. She's like, I like this one, but I want this too. And she grabs the nunchucks, and she gives it a good go real quick, and she's like, yeah, these are fun. Those are cool, but they're pointy, and I don't mess with that too much. The lady says, the person says, the goblinoid. They go to the table to where the all the gems are still laid out, and she goes to the coins, and she picks out like four of them, which is most of them, and there's like two left for Shren, and she says, "This covers what you have in your hands." Um, and she actually grabs a box and hands it to Shren as well. This fully covers it. And she's like, "Oh, cool. What's this?" Haha, very nice. And Shren just kind of tucks it in right on her waist, a small box. Um, and then she shrugs and she says, "I'm done." Do you guys do anything?
We have our weapons, we have our things, we have our money.
Yep. What's next?
I guess.
We step out? Do we rob her? Do we...
Wait, before we leave, I wanna get an appraisal of this silver shield. The silver crescent shield.
Alright.
I don't want to know how much it's worth. I just want to know, like, does it have any special property?
She looks at it and says, "No, it's just pretty big. It's almost a great shield. Look at it. It's just awkward." Huh. She when she lifts it, she kind of looks at the inside, and the entirety of it is odd because it's hard to tell which side would be the inside if it wasn't for the straps. And as she's looking in the inside, she's like looking at the edges. It'd make a good buckler for someone big enough. Someone like you. She points at Donkz.
Flies flying around my room and I keep hitting my face.
Uh-oh. Well, then you may not have heard, but the lady says this great shield, this near great shield, would serve just perfect as a buckler for you.
Buckler for me?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Well, I don't use. I use two-handed weapons.
That buckler does not get in the way of your other hand.
So I can still use a buckler, but not have it to be interfering with my things, right?
Of course.
That sounds great. The buckler, it was Branza's, right? He's trying to praise it?
To Branza, that thing's a great shield.
Yeah, I'll say thank you, and I'll push it over to Donkz. It's like, take it.
So, yeah,
if you can just take it.
So, great shield. Got the Infopedia, the compendium.
No, you just give yourself a +1 AC whenever you have this crescent shield on, as it is for you a buckler.
So I'm just gonna get a shield and then a great shield.
Yeah, if you buy a great shield, it would be a shield for you.
There we are.
Yeah, give yourself that 1 AC. while you have this buckler on.
Buckler.
Yes. Did it have a name? Did I give you a name, Branza?
No, it was just silver crescent shield.
That's the name then. That's what it is. It's made out of silver. It's a pretty good amount of silver then.
It's just a +1 to my HP.
Just a +1 to you.
Plus my dexterity modifier, plus my constitution, +1, so that's 10 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1. It's like 17.
Yep.
That's 17 AC. Let's go.
There we go. Is that all you guys want to show this lady who kind of seems magical?
I mean, I don't think I can try to sell my hand axe.
I mean, if you
What
want.
is that? I have no use for a hand axe. Can I ask for her to appraise it?
What hand axe is it?
It's the hand axe I got from the wizard's home.
The wizard?
You know, the one that we opened up. You know, the one where we opened it up, I took a hand axe, and that lured in some sort of rust monster.
Oh yeah, that's just a mundane hand axe. What would she pay for that? That's a good question.
Could be 5 gold.
I don't know. I got a thing here. Okay, this is where? We're in the underwater city. City to depths. What's your economy like? You're cheap. You pay even way less than that. Just say, I'll give you 5 silver for it.
You know what? I'll take it.
She gives it to you.
I just need as much money as I can at this point. So now I don't have an index and my 10 variety size ruby.
Alright.
Can I look around the shop and see if there's any arrows?
Yeah, there's several arrows. You can even see some magical ones.
How much for the magic arrows?
Depends which you wish to buy. The ones that make a fire happen, they run at 10 gold each. The ones which make no noise, they're at 15.
And how about just the normal arrows?
Normal arrows for you? How many do you need?
I'm hoping to figure out how many arrows I need after I figure out price per arrow.
Well, you've been such a great how do you say what you just did? You've been such great business.
Correct.
That. No, yeah, she says you've been such great business that. Well, I could offer you this, and she does pull out it's like a box that's just like filled with arrows. And she says, you could have your fill. I mean, I have rubies, and mundane arrows are cheap.
I couldn't really hear you.
She essentially says you could have as many arrows as you need because they're pretty cheap. You brought enough business to her that she's not gonna worry about mundane arrows.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
And she just brings out a crate of them?
she has a bit of a box. It's not a crate. It's just a small box. There are about 20 of them in there. But you are feel free. Like she has the box open in front of you. She's not looking.
Do you have any crossbow
I'll
bolts?
take like 15.
Yeah. Grab them. Add them to your
I asked
inventory.
her,
Where do you put
is there
them?
any crossbow bolts here?
How many arrows did you have left? I thought you were pretty full.
I only had 14 arrows.
Okay. So you have about 9 hanging out outside of your what's that thing called? I googled it the
Quiver?
other day. Kid you not.
Quiver?
Yeah, there you go. That quiver.
Also, do you have a larger quiver, or maybe just a quiver in general? I'm hoping maybe I could strap one to my belt.
I don't. But if you search around the city, you might be able to find a magical shop, which may have something that you're looking for that could help you with that exact function. Yep. In fact, she gives you a card, a little business card, and it's blank until you touch it, and the moment you touch it, it says "boop." Is a magic shop. It says the magic word on it. It says, "Find us at the highest tier of the biggest spire." In the there's a name for this spire. It's the name of the spire is the Black Spire. Nope. Yes,
And
that
what
was
is the lowest tier?
yes. The highest tier of the Black Spire is what they say. Is what it says.
And we're in the lowest tier right now.
You are in about the mid tier of what isn't the Black Spire. You're probably in the White Spire. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys need anything else from her?
I have everything I need on me.
All right. Do you guys go to the magic shop? It would be on the way to the harbor.
Just make our way down the
Sure,
hall.
we can read some of them.
Yeah.
We already have wasted so much time. There's like we can waste more.
Maybe. Yeah. Pretty intense music, I'm not gonna lie.
Very hype up music.
Yes. I'm just gonna show all the spots because it doesn't matter. But if we do go to the magic word, I'm assuming we're going to the magic word, right? Is that what McClean said? Do you want to do that, Manny? Go to the magic word apparently, or do you want to just move on to like another place? Manny? Hello.
You know?
Yeah. So where we heading? Which way? Which
It's
direction?
actually, the harbor, right? That's where we're going, right?
Oh, to the harbor now? We're not going to the magic word?
The magic word.
Yeah? To the shop?
What was in the magic word?
It's the magic shop.
Magic shop.
Yeah.
Well, we've we're investigating something. I found eyes there. The harbor was where
It's on the
we're
way.
assuming we were going. It's on the way.
Yeah.
So
The harbor
the
seems to
magic
be in
word.
the higher tier as well.
All right, then we'll go to the magic word and stop by the harbor.
Yeah. So the magic word is literally it's above where the siren's whale would be, so it's on this side. But it is on the high tier of where the harbor is. Everything is not exactly as it is. Uh, it's not meant to be confusing. It just is. Sorry. But as you guys enter the magic shop, you guys do see a drow being hanging about. They seem to be floating or sleeping while floating, just over their desk in the back. As you see a bunch of weapons strewn about on the walls, and a bunch of staffs on the other end of that, on the opposite end of that. But yeah, again, we'll just play Theater of the Mind, and you guys are in a magic shop, but they don't seem to react to you entering, and all the stuff seems to be open and available to steal, maybe, if it ever was that easy. Um, but they don't seem to notice you. You guys say anything? I mean, is anyone gonna buy anything here?
Does it look like there are eyes on me?
No.
Can I make a quick check to see like if any thing is watching me, if I'm being observed by anything magical?
Yeah, I'll say you aren't. You aren't being observed. No. That was for free. It's a near empty shop, and you stepped in. There were like 5 people. You passed 5 people right before you arrived. Halfway through there, I mean. And when you got to this tier, there is nobody else in this tier, and this seems to be the only shop open here.
And there's a drow person.
There's a
managing the
drow
store.
hanging in the air, seemingly sleeping.
Good day there, my drow friend.
They kind of they actually kind of shake in place there, as if they're like in a panic underwater, and then you can kind of realize this younger elf, and when I say young, is like Branza, maybe young. They kind of just realize, oh yeah, I could breathe underwater. I'm fine. And then they kind of settle, and they drop to be leveled with the ground, and they wave at all of you guys, and they beckon you to come, but they don't say anything.
Well, I would like to approach.
Yeah. He real quick swipes at the air and it says, "How can I help?" In the language that you can understand the best.
Which is celestial, because that's what my mother taught me.
So there you go.
Well, good day there.
They smile.
I assume this is a magical shop with magical items.
He nods. Yeah.
Alright, I don't have enough money to buy things from here. I got 11 gold. Bronzo, is there anything you'd like to buy?
Is the drow the shopkeep?
What?
Is the drow the shopkeep?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a bag of holding or maybe a quiver that can hold arrows? Can hold an infinite amount of arrows that I can just pull and they keep coming.
Yeah, when you said a bag of holding, there was a quizzical look in his face. But when you said quiver, he smiles and he nods and he points. And on the wall, there's a quiver hanging with just a simple strap. There seems to be incantation all around it, and it's there free and easy to pick up. But he does point at it.
I'm gonna go pick it up. Is there like a price tag on it?
You don't see a price tag, but the moment you pick it up, he kind of waves around in the air, and it says 300 gold.
I have enough.
Fuck. Give me a second. Need to see if I have anything to sell. Oh, I have these coins that you had us dig up. Are they worth anything?
Yeah, I mean, they are definitely worth a good amount. I think I had you write down exactly how much they.
You had me write down exactly how many I picked up, and I have that number.
You have it, right?
I have the number of how many coins I had picked up because I picked up more than everyone, to the point where people like had to drag me away, or like had to like get me back to reality.
Yeah, it's how do you say? Wow, what I'm trying to get to. You picked up a whole bunch of them, and I think what was it, 200 gold worth?
I have 200 coins.
No, you have 200 gold worth of coins.
Okay.
No.
All I have is written in my item description is coins for the name and 200 for the number.
So yeah, it was 200 gold worth of coins because they don't all have an exact amount. So it's a varied amount. So if you are to pull these out, 200 is a number you could get. You could get less. You could get more. You're not sure. But you can now tell you right now, as the DM, yeah, with a persuasion check, if it's good, you will get away with a lot more than 200 because these are coins that are very different in shape. It's going to confuse the shopkeep. What if you're trying to get a little bit more? You're trying to squeeze that extra 300 on there. What did he say the quiver was?
He said 300.
He said 300 C, so look at that. So you could probably get away with persuading them into selling you that for the 200 gold worth of coins that you technically have.
All right, we're gonna slap down these coins.
Yeah, he's gonna look at them with a shocked look in his face, and he's gonna start inspecting some of them. But what do you say? What do you do to try to get him to be distracted in this, or to get him to believe that
I'm a well-endowed traveler from all over the galaxy. These are coins from many planets and many cultures, each having varying of value, many being quite rare and luxurious. As you can see with the different languages and art and their value is of incredible wealth.
Make persuasion check.
All right. It's not terrible.
He looks at the coins. He starts bending a couple. He does so with magic, from what you can tell. He the same wand that he's wiping at the air to have these images of the words he's trying to convey to you. He's using that same exact wand to bend them and change them and warp them and turn them into little balls sometimes. So as they drop to make a little tink on the table, on the wooden table that you've displayed all these on. And as he is kind of investigating and looking around, he's looking about, like, kind of rubbing at his chin a bit, his barely hairy shin, this kind of whiskey hair that doesn't want to become a beard. And he kind of just looks up and thinks about writing something. He puts his hand down, kind of looks at the coins again, looks at you, looks at the item you picked up.
Reminder that it's 60.
Would you say, Donkz?
Nothing.
Okay. And yeah, they finally decide, and then they say, yeah, it says on in the air, it says, I need 50 gold more.
All right, I slap down 50 on the table. 50 more on the table.
He nods and he says, he points at it and he says, he just gives you the signal that is all yours. He doesn't say it because he doesn't speak.
All right, before this transaction goes any further, before the coins are exchanged,
yeah,
I would like the specific wording of what this quiver does.
Sure.
Just so I know what I'm buying.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll so I'm assuming you'll be asking him, and he'll just write in the air. He says, once a day you have one magical arrow. Every day you have 100 regular arrows.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say again. You kind of cut out a little.
Once a day you have one magical arrow to use at any point.
Okay.
Other than that, you have 100 mundane arrows to pull from.
Every day.
Every day.
And even if I don't have 100 arrows, it'll just conjure 100 arrows.
Yeah. He takes. He puts his hand in the quiver itself, and he pulls an arrow out, and then he snaps it, and then it disappears.
Well, fuck. I'm never going to need to buy another arrow again. All right. Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
I gladly hand over the money.
That's an investment right there.
Yeah.
The more I use it, the more value I've gained from it.
Exactly. Like, that's zero. You don't have to spend anything more on arrows.
Now, I would like to ask the drow shopkeep. The magic arrow, the once-a-day magic arrow. What's magical about it?
He smiles, and he says, "Right here." He says, "Right here, like you see me." He points at his chest, at the heart, and he gives you a symbol that it'll hurt.
If you get hit by this arrow, you feel love's cruel sting.
He kind of cocks his head to the side and shakes his head. And instead, he just decides to write. He says, "It'll hurt when hit, and it'll be easier to hit."
Ah, okay. Got it. I thought that would have been funny if it felt love's cruel sting.
Oh my gosh.
Just felt intense sadness, like he just went through a breakup.
Oh. Depression.
That'd be funny. An arrow of depression.
I gotta make one. Go back to the other lady.
An arrow therapy.
Arrow therapy.
The arrow therapy isn't in this planet.
You shoot it at someone, and immediately all of their mental health will be slightly less worse. You'll feel a bit better.
They already make drugs for that. So yeah, you guys want to do anything else in this magic shop while we're here?
Donkz, I got some gold left if you want to look around for something for yourself. I'll pay for it.
Say, do you have... do you know if there's any way to get this off of my face easier? I asked the shopkeep.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, ha. They cast a spell and literally it falls off your face.
Sorry, Tal, yeah.
They kind of blow at the end of the wand like it was a smoking gun, but there was no smoke coming out of it.
Ah, thank you. So is that permanent? Like, I can wear it again sometime, or is that like a one-time thing?
They kind of shrug their shoulders, shaking their head.
Do you have an item here that I could use to become wiser? Essentially something that can make me have a higher wisdom score.
Yeah, they go over to just near their near behind their table, and they grab a tome, slam it on the ground, and it says the entire history of the Elven Court. And they slide it over to you. It's a pretty thick book.
How much would this be?
They kind of just shake their head.
I think it's free, right? I whisper that.
You what?
I whisper that in the bronze ear. That means I can just have it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I guess.
Well, I guess better than most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thank you. I try to take the book.
Yep. You take the book, and the moment you do, they kind of just pull out. It's a very thin saber, and they just lay it on the table, and then they start just throwing like sand over it while you guys are there, and they kind of look at it, and then they grab some more sand and like throw it over it again, and every time the sand touches it, it disappears again. But they smile at you guys.
Is this a threat? Make an insight check to see what this means.
As they're casually just throwing sand on the weapon on the table there.
Yeah, is there any meaning to this?
Yeah, they're enchanting a weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, how much was the weapon?
He points at the weapon on the table with a quizzical face, like if you meant this. Is
You know
that
what? I think I'm just gonna take the book.
okay?
I think we should go to the harbor now. I whispered to Branza's ear.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be good. We wasted a lot of time here.
Right.
Yeah,
So you guys want to go to the harbor? It is obviously that nobody has been living in this place for much long. For no, yeah, it's been a long while since anyone's literally spent time here, other than the two individuals that seem to be in front of the door. And yet, while you approach them, one of them seems motionless and completely lifeless, while the other one is definitely, while withered as well, they are breathing, and they're giving you just it's just a soft bit of escaping air from them is what signals to you guys that they're still alive.